the link. Okay, so it's actually giving me the time. All right, let me send this. Oh, send this in the classroom. Mm. All right. Oh, Chrisanti is here. All right. All right. Another link for class. All right. So send that. All right. Here we are. All right, guys. So you see, yeah, if you look in the classroom, you see I send two links. So any one of them, well, they have the Zoom and we have the we have this one is what StreamYard. All right, and there's also another link to on YouTube. So any one of them, because we have to make sure if students drop off, then them can still see the class on YouTube. So I will set it up that way. All right, so let me just add that one. Okay, I don't see the link for YouTube as yet. It should be okay. It's there. I'm not seeing the YouTube link though. All right. So it looks as if Chrysanthemum's mic is not working, but I know she's there. All right, guys. So now, what we want to do here, I want to show you today what some questions will look like on exam. All right. No, that will probably help you revise. All right. So I turn your attention to this now. All right. And let's look at these questions individually. And let's just probably duplicate this and remove one of them, this one, and expand this. All right. All right. Everybody can see the question? The questions? All right. Good. All right. So these are some past questions, and you know, if you really want to know what a CXE exam or any exam that you will do for end of year will look like, this is a good, you know, a good example really. So the first question, in fact, I think I chose 10 questions to look at. Well, I don't know if we have the time to go through all 10, but this is example of one question. So first question says what aluminum atom has a nuclear number of 27 and a proton number of 13. How many neutrons does this aluminum atom contain? All right. Anybody have any ideas there? Kristen Ruda? I know Chrisant is not there at the moment. I might not working, but she should be able to see us. So Christian, you have any idea how to work this? Subtract. Okay. Oh, that's your answer. Ruda. No, something is happening to Ruda, not hearing from her. All right. As I say, if your mic not working, you can use the chat and send your message here. All right. Or send your answer here. But it's interesting though, Christian, that you got 14 for this by subtracting. What did you subtract though? You subtract 27 from 13. All right. So 27 from 13. So you know what that means no? So you have 13 and you take away 27 from it. That's what you did. That's what you did?
No, sir, sir, the other way around, sir.
So what should you have said then?
Sir, subtract the 27 from the 13.
You subtract the 27 from the third. That's what I'm doing here. I'm taking away the 27 from the 13. So here, see there, take away 27, right? And this is 13 from 13.
So take away 13 from 27.
Oh, well, that is a different thing. So as we say, make sure you see the difference there. All right. So you are actually taking away 13. All right. You know what this word mean? Nucleon. What does the word nucleon mean? Nucleon. Nucleon mean inside the nucleus. All right. So which basically mean protons and neutrons. So that is the collective term for protons and neutrons, the nucleons. All right, so that's another word you can use here. All right, so 27 things are inside the nucleus. The proton number is 13. So you're going to have 27, then you're going to take away 13. And then when you do that, you leave with 14. All right, so hopefully everybody gets that. Christianity, you can hear us?
Yes, sir, I'm hearing now, sir.
Okay, very good. All right. Were you seeing the question before?
Yes, sir, I'm seeing the questions.
Okay. So you understand what we did here, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So moving on. All right. Still not hearing from Ruda, but let's hope she is there with us. All right. Second question now, guys, is this one. All right. An atom. All right. So an atom of element Q contains 19. Okay. I think there's a chat here. There you go. Oh, okay. Something is definitely wrong with the microphone. I understand. So I say, Ruda, just text your answer in the group, right? Or in the chat. All right. So let's go then. All right. So now, atom of element Q. Notice they just give the element a letter Q. All right. It's not the symbol of the element, just a random letter. All right. Contains 19 electrons, 19 protons, and 20 neutrons. All right. What is Q? Well,
Potassium.
that was sharp, Christian. You say potassium. All right. Let's see. You agree with that, Christian? Not Christian. Chrisanti, agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Definitely. All right, we'll work with that then. So it's gonna be potassium. All right, that's good. 13. Yeah. Sorry, number 3 rather. Table shows the atomic structure of 4 atoms. Which atom is not a metal? Right. So it's carrying us now into metals and non-metals. But we have to know what these elements are before we can say whether it's a metal or a non-metal. All right. So how about this one? Anybody can figure this one out? All right. And pay attention to the key term there, not a metal. So no, there's well, there's the easiest way to do this question is, first of all, I've been telling you from even before the break that know the periodic table, know the first 20. And that's all I need to know here. So if I were to ask you another question, like for example, which element has 18 protons? And which element has 18? Okay, I was just seeing this down in there.
Argon.
Oh, Christian again?
Yes, sir.
Christian says argon. So what would 19 be? Oh.
So 19 of potassium.
Oh. Okay. And I see Ruda takes argon there. So she's with us. All right. And there is this potassium. And this would also be potassium as well. Even though you see 21 neutrons here is actually something called isotopes here. So let's pay attention to that thing here, isotopes. We spoke about this before. All right, 20 would be, what was it? 20 is?
Calcium.
Okay.
Calcium.
All right, very good. So person's familiar with that one. And Ruda says calcium as well. All right, so we say now the answer, are you so you're confirming the answer here? The correct answer for this one is which letter? Remember, it's multiple choice, so you're going to select a letter. So we have potassium twice, and we have calcium, and we have argon. And we're saying which atom is not a metal, which one is not a metal. So let's ask the question here. Is calcium a metal? Well, no, calcium is not a metal. All right. Where did I say metals are found on the periodic table? Right or left?
Left, sir.
Metals are on the left. All right. So is calcium on the right hand side of the periodic table?
Left, sir.
Okay. So therefore calcium is what?
Metal.
Very good. So if every metal that you're looking at is found towards the left of the periodic table, with a few exceptions, most metals are found to the left of the periodic table. So even if you don't know whether it's a metal or non-metal, at least know where the element is found, and then that will tell you. So calcium, if you go back to a periodic table, see if we can find one. Actually, this is actually 133. I made a mistake here. All right. Because here's a periodic table somewhere in this thing. So we have a periodic table here, and if we should zoom out of this, we would see. All right, so calcium. This is just a part of the periodic table with the first 20, but this would be the groups that we told you about before that. And here we are. We have a periodic table here. Let's go. Let's zoom into this and show you what's happening here. All right. So remember the periodic table, guys. Can we locate calcium and the periodic table? Okay. Very good. If we can locate calcium, you'll see that it's on the side of metal. So this periodic table here tells us the metals, where the metals are. Non-metals are found to the right of the periodic table, and so therefore, just having that knowledge will let us know whether it's metal or non-metal. So we know that calcium is a metal. What about potassium? Is potassium a metal?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So therefore, those two are out. The question asks which one is not a metal. So the correct answer would be what?
Argon.
Very good. Argon is not a metal. So learn that once and forevermore that argon is not a metal. If argon is not a metal, what exactly is it? All right. If argon is not, yeah, go ahead, O'Neill.
Non-metal, sir.
Well, it's a non-metal. It's certainly. All right. It's a non-metal. I'll give it that. But more specifically, what type of non-metal? Let's change the color here so we can make the distinction here. All right. So, and we're saying calcium is by no means. Well, sorry. Argon is by no means a metal. It's a non-metal. All right. More specifically, it's a gas. Because another thing is that where you find argon, out of those elements where argon is found are gases. Go back to the periodic table again. I'll see what's happening. All right. Find argon. Everybody can see argon.
Yes, sir.
All right. So notice that argon is over here. And you see they put a little cloud over it. Right? Why do you think they put a little cloud? Right. What makes up clouds in the sky? Nobody knows what makes up clouds in the sky. You'd have learned that from grade 5 or grade 6 when you do the water cycle. Yes, go ahead, O'Neill. Water vapor, which is a gas. Vapor gas. So argon is a gas. All right. And that's how argon was discovered. Argon was discovered when when they filter air, and then they realize that based on cooling the air, different parts of the air start to behave differently. So, part of the air is that we breathe because we have air around us, we breathe in, but then our body only need one gas out of the air. Anybody remember which gas the body needs out of the air? All right.
Oxygen.
Very good. Oxygen. So oxygen is amongst them. So in the air, we're going to have many gases, but certainly most of the air is one gas, and the next part of the air is oxygen. The next part of the air is argon. So which gas make up most of the air? So
Nitrogen.
Oh, well done, Christian. Definitely nitrogen. So that's it. So that is how argon is actually, how it was discovered, how it exists. It mixes up with everything. So in order to get it by itself and put it in the periodic table as an element, you have to go through some separating processes. I don't think we reached separating techniques yet. No. That's probably one of the things. Did we do separating techniques? Did we do separation of suspension and colloids and solution?
Yes, sir.
Did we do distillation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So, distillation is a process by which argon is removed from air. So, you'll learn about that. But anyway, that's later on in life when you go into those exciting careers. All right, people actually make argon for a living, or one of those things you can do in the future. But anyway, so let's move on to the next question. Since we know what argon is, it's a non-metal, it's a gas, and it's found in that last group of the periodic table. All right, and let's focus on this other question now, and that will put with question 4. All right, question 4, guys. Which statement about atoms is correct? Okay, Ruda has her answer. All right, so and then 4 statements you see there from A to D. They're speaking about atoms and they're asking which one is correct. And
Sir, C, sir.
okay, O'Neill is saying C. All right, let's confirm these answers. All right, so O'Neill says C. All right, and of course, Ms. Ruda says A. So it's about Chrysanthi and Kristen. Trying to be cautious here. But one of them is correct. Which one is it?
B, sir.
Okay, Chrysanthi is saying C along with O'Neill. So all right, so let's go then. Chrysanthi is saying C. All right, so Kristen. You're saying C. All right. No, it's not like you give up, so. It's not like you don't believe you C. You having problems reading the others? All right. So let's go over the obvious one. So it means that, well, let me say which statement? Which statement means singular? So only one of them correct. Means that 3 of them wrong. It's easier to find the wrong one them because 3 of them. 3 of them wrong. So let's start. Let's start with D. Or rather, let's start with A then. All right. Atoms contain protons and electrons in the nucleus. So the first part correct, but when you reach here, so in the nucleus. Question is, where are electrons found?
On the shell.
Okay, good. So electrons are found in shells. So we know that that's would make it. So electrons are found in shells. So that's right. Electrons are in shells. So therefore A would be out. It's not correct. But B no. Neutrons are negatively charged. Is that true? Are neutrons negative?
No, sir.
What type of charge neutrons have?
Neutral.
Very good. So neutrons, or I could say neutrons have no charge. All right, so we're gonna go with that one. All right, so C, protons are positively charged. Okay, are protons really positive? Where thought that? All right, let's look at D. The nuclear number is the number of neutrons. Not quite. Nuclear number is the number of neutrons and the protons. So this would need that to be correct. So that would be out. That would be out. And just by elimination, C would be the correct one. So definitely C is the correct answer. So hope Ruda realize why C is the correct answer. Because A is the first part of A is complete, but when it says in the nucleus, no, that's actually making it wrong. All right, so that's number 4. All right. Any questions so far, guys? The question them look hard.
No, sir. It is a thing about how to do it, sir.
Right, and that's why you get in practice to so that you can remember. All right. So looking at number 5, which diagram correctly shows ions show the ions present in potassium fluoride. All right, so this might be a little bit above what I would want to teach you right now. So let's skip that one. In fact, we're gonna let's go here to question 6. And even though could do question 5, but some other time. Or number 6. What do the nuclei of H11, all right, hydrogen atoms contain? So that is it now. That's the question, guys.
Protons only.
Protons only. Okay. So we can note that answer then. All right, protons only. And that's Kristen. All right. Hold on a sec. Seem to be like each here. 10 protons only. All right, so protons only. All right, so all right. All right, so we have other persons now.
Protons only, sir.
Protons only. So going with that. Also Christianity. This something wrong with this device over here. Right. To notice the nuclei, it is actually the nucleus of hydrogen. All right. Let's understand what this is saying now. The top, well, it has 2 ones. We go back to the periodic table with the hydrogen. We say the top number means something, the lower number means something. So so what does this mean? What does this one mean?
The top one or the bottom one, sir?
The top one.
Atomic mass.
All right, good. Atomic mass, good. So, and atomic mass, what makes up the atomic mass?
Number of protons.
Just all right, number of protons and what? We just do a question a while ago. We talked about
Neutron.
yes, a proton and neutron. So protons plus neutron in the mass. So all right, so that is that. So, but this one is what now? The second one. This one down here, what does it represent?
Number of electrons, sir.
No,
Atomic number.
which is what? The same thing as what?
Proton number.
Proton number. So proton number. All right, number of protons. So so basically hydrogen have 1 proton only. There are no neutrons. That's why it's 1. Everybody see that? 1 plus 0 give you 1. So that's why the top number for hydrogen is 1. This number now is just the 1 proton. So again, we're looking at it. What do the nuclei of hydrogen? All right, so the nuclei of hydrogen atom. So the nuclei means the nucleus. So therefore, it's actually saying the nucleus. All right. Nuclei. And notice why they use nuclei is because they pluralize hydrogen atoms. They pluralize hydrogen atoms or atom. So the plural of nucleus is nuclei. All right. So Christian and Christianity went with D for this answer, and that's definitely correct. All right. So D is the correct answer. Hope everybody understand why D is the correct answer. All right. So number 7 now. All right. So guess what, guys? In exams, them love use table. In chemistry exam, them love use table. So get used to it. You know, any CXC paper you take up, going have quite a few tables now. Them expect you to understand what the table is saying. All right, just so to try and help you out, guys. Table shows nuclear number and the number of neutrons in one atom of isotopes W, X, Y, and Z. All right. So first of all, isotopes. Anybody remember what the word isotope mean?
So when an element have different number of neutron and same number.
Yeah, I'll accept that. I hope everybody remember that. All right. When an element has the same number of protons but different number of neutrons. Very good. So that is what we're going to look out for, the neutrons in the isotopes. And they have the nuclear number here. So we are focusing on the neutrons because they're isotopes. So Q, all right, sorry, W, X, Y, and Z, we have 18, 20, 20, 22. When they say the nuclear number here, and I need that if this is correct though. Nuclear number 3. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what they're trying to say here. All right. So they have 3, 3, 3, and 4. So one of them is off. Remember I said nuclear mean inside the nucleus. So we have neutrons already. So this must be the protons. All right. So remember now, nuclear number really mean protons and neutrons, you know. All right. It's actually the same thing as mass number. But I don't know why they put where they do it like this though. But proton and neutron, them tell you say it have 18 neutrons, so it means these would be the protons. So now we notice that the question goes on to ask, you know, W and X are isotopes of the same element. Well, the neutrons definitely wouldn't tell us that. If it's the same element, they will have the same number of protons. So that's what we're looking for. All right. So W and X have 3. Let's look at that. X and Y. So that's X and Y isotopes of the same group in the periodic table. Same group after the periodic table. All right. And let's hold on to that there.
Sir,
Yes, go ahead.
sir, axiom is that it's lithium.
What's that?
I think it's lithium, sir.
Oh, you think it's lithium? All right, the third, yeah, well, all right. Looks like lithium there. Yes, and Z no. All right, so what Z would be then? Which element is 4?
Beryllium.
Beryllium. Beryllium, yeah, definitely beryllium does come after lithium. So, all right. So let's look at these statements here. For C, it says Y and Z are isotopes of elements in the same group of the periodic table. That's Y and Z isotopes are the same. Okay, this is interesting. No, Y and Z would be 3 and 4 here, so this will be out. Same period. Oh, same period, them say. Period now means, okay, so period basically means rows. So let's underline that. Same period mean row. So would they be in the same row? Yes. Yes, they'll be in the same row. All right. Z now has a higher proton number than Y. Z higher proton number than Y. It looks that way as well. So oh, but isotopes have elements. Okay, so this question now, I say the number of neutrons in one atom of the isotope. All right, let's come back to it. I think something is missing from this question, guys. So let's come back to this one because something is not clear here. Maybe a 1 or so should be in front of these numbers. But it's confirmed that. I'll come back to it. I'm going to go back to that source question. All right, hold on to that one. Coming back to it. We did this already. This one is a repeat question. I move on to number 9. Okay. This one no. Relative atomic mass of chlorine is 35. Then calculating the relative atomic mass. Which particle is the mass? Scroll over. Calculating. Which particle is the mass of the chlorine compared to? Oh, okay. Oh, you don't reach here, so yet then. But the answer would be C for this one, though. Let me see. It's compared to carbon 12. Let's find question 10. Yeah, this is more like what you do already. All right, question 10 now, guys. The same thing they asked you here about the nuclear number. So let's confirm that. Atoms contain electrons, neutrons, and protons. What is the definition of nuclear number? We just spoke about that a while ago. All right. So which one of these would be correct? A, B, C, or D? The nuclear number mean the same thing as, it's mean what's inside the nucleus, which is pretty much the mass of the atom is in the nucleus. So it's the mass number. So what makes up the mass number? One of these.
Sir, B, sir.
B. No, it wouldn't be B. If the nuclear number is the same thing as the mass number, you know, that's it. No, let's confirm what nuclear number is so you can see it. All right, nuclear number. This is a term where them use. All right, so let me show you. All right, have a look at this, guys. Have a look at this. This is major. All right, and let's zoom out here. All right, buddy, seeing this?
Yes.
All right, so there it is. Nucleons are protons and neutrons. So anything found inside the nucleus is a nucleon. All right, together they make up the atomic nucleus, which is the same thing as the mass number. All right, the mass number gives the number of nucleons in the atom. So that's why when we're looking at the question before that, we say look like something missing from it. So we have to go come back to that. I think maybe a 2 should be in front of those numbers, and we would have confirmed that. But I'm gonna check the paper I got it from and see if something is missing there. But as it relates to this question now, it's certainly asking you which it's certainly asking you here what is the definition of nuclear number. So which one it sound like? Which one of these would be the answer? A, B, C, or D?
First C, sir.
Definitely C. So we're going with C for that one. All right. And then of course it's the final one, guys. Final one. The diagram shows the atomic structure of X. And so then give you the structure of an element here. And them call it X. Which one of these is X? Okay. Oh yeah, Ruda takes C for the previous one. So definitely Ruda, that's correct. All right. So let's see. We can use the proton number. We tell us which element, if we know the periodic table. So if we count the we can, and the shortcut for counting the proton, we can even look at the electrons and it tell us. So which element, how many electrons are we seeing? Four. Good. So remember that's 4. Remember that electrons will be equal to the number of protons. So we could check that out, and we're at 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So definitely 4 protons, 4 electrons. No, we don't have to look further, because to know an element, we just need the protons and our electrons once it's an atom. So in an atom, the number of protons is equal to the number of electrons. Both of these are 4. Which element has, well, Ruda has actually text B in the group. So is B correct though? O'Neill, Christian, and Chrysanthi.
No, sir.
B is not correct. Okay. So if we go list the elements in the periodic table and find the 4th one, it's not gonna be beryllium. So let's see. It's gonna be hydrogen, and then helium, and then lithium, and then that's 1, 2, 3, and 4 beryllium. Remember that the elements name based on the number of protons. So definitely beryllium is the correct answer. All right, so that's it, guys. So that's how these questions set up. All right, now I will send this in the classroom and the notes as well. Let me just record the names of those who are here, which would be Kristen, and we have Chrysanthi, and we also have Ruda and O'Neill. All right. All right, and today is the 27th of the 5th, 2021. All right, guys. So thanks for coming out to class today. All right, and as we say, we're going to try as much as possible to meet, because just one time we can meet, as I was explaining to the persons who were here early, that based on my new timetable, I can only be online on Thursday and Friday. All right. Yeah, Thursday and Friday. So all right, so just we'll keep in touch in the classroom. So look out for the messages and so on. All right, guys.
Yes, sir.
All right. And also, I'll send more information. Read the SWOT test because apparently you guys were to get a SWOT test, but because I wasn't I wasn't sure as to which topics you were comfortable with. Then, but no, we see that just revising here. We know that the SWOT test would be based on what we just did. All right. So, but more on that still will be posted in the group. So look out for it. All right, guys. So until then, enjoy your weekend and stay safe.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
All right. Bye. Uh, all right. Okay.